Now that we've got the car in the garage, it's all about fitting the doors and getting the gaps correct. After replacing the A-pillars and all of the outer skins on the A-pillars, we still have some fitting issues with the doors, although the doors are lined up pretty good now. I'm now going to start working on the gaps. These pieces, because they're used on MG midgets and other variations of this car, they don't have the curvature in the door, so we'll have to do some sheet metal work on here to fill that gap up, and then still body work this. This of course is where the windscreen attaches, and this door needs some body work done as well, but got the doors fitting fairly good for a start. I'll put the latches on so that they don't move around on me as we start doing the body work on the car. What I did is I built the door up because I needed to get the spacing better, so I welded it and then I ground it flat. To get the door gaps better, I had to slice the bodywork here and move that in to get that better. And then over here, same thing here, I had to slice this A-pillar and re-weld it up to get a better door gap in there and more even here. And then had to build the bottom of the door to get a more even gap along the bottom. So now it's just a matter of doing body work and redo it, just evening out the little bumps and valleys in the door gaps and make it look a lot better. That'll happen here pretty soon after I do all the rest of the body work. Originally there was a dent here and I used a dent puller to pull most of that out. There's some holes left from the previous body work that we'll solder shut. And then we ground off the beading on the top of the fender here. I'm not going to be replacing it. And I leaded all of that in over here to make it better. Today we'll be working on this other door. We've got some fit issues right in here. Got to get this door gap a little bit better. Grind this, got to fill this in. This sheet metal, this A-pillar, is made for MG midgets and Austin the Sprite, Bugeye Sprite, and they just don't match the door very well. So we'll weld all that up to get a better fit there. Over here, got to add some more metal here, get that better. And so that's our goal today, is to get that door fitting nicely again. With the body work just about ready to start doing the filler, we're going to go ahead and start rebuilding the hood so that we can get all the gaps in the hood finished before we do the final body work. We did take out the seam between the fender and the rear deck, and I leaded it and then sanded it all down to fill it in. The hood was already done that way, so I elected to do this rather than rebuild the seams. Still need to grind that off, but one of the things we're doing today is we're taking the air box off, or the front box. This also locates the hood in the front of the car, and the latching mechanism goes down below here. As you can see, this thing is completely rotted out. I'm going to take it all apart, break all of the spot welds, and then do flat pattern layouts, and I'll send it to Jack's Metalworks in Boise, where he'll plasma cut the pieces, and then I'll bend them here at home. Once I get this finished, I'll start repairing some of the lower apron on the hood itself, and then weld up a lot of the pieces. We've got a new support frame that we have to put on the underneath side of the body, so got about a month's worth of work here, but this is all fun stuff.